Mm-hmm.
That's from welcome to State of the Nation. Yes, we have a lot to do today, but we're going to ensure we'll be talking with our analyst from Margibi, and also we'll also go to Bond County, and then we also have the concerned motorcyclists in here. They are already in studio, and next is the business show coming up. So we made our way today and talked with owners of small medium businesses in Painesville. Yes, some of them express serious disappointment, but you will listen to them on the business show coming up in a jiffy. So Orange, Liberia, and EcoBank remain our prime sponsor. Why can you get your EcoBank salary account? What are you waiting for? And Orange Liberia remains a proud sponsor and the very biggest GSM company in Liberia. All right, so let me bring the song down. Go straight to my Gibby. How you doing, sir? It's good to have you on.
It's a pleasure, Madeline. So we're doing great.
Okay, so this is Emmanuel Digler from Margibi, and he's a station manager of Classic FM. He's reporting attention blows in Margibi over nominations of local officials. Hey, my people, what's going on, Emmanuel? What's going on with the issue of nominations?
Yeah, since the onset of Baga's government, there have been disenchantments here. It first came about when Baga has said that there will be, every country will have representation in the cabinet. Unfortunately, Magibi did not have representation in Baga's cabinet, and up to date, there are not a number of people in Junior or cabinet positions or other positions in the government. And this has come down to the local appointments. There are 19 local appointments, a total of 20 local appointments that Polish were done in the country. And he has only satisfactorily appointed the superintendent who was subsequently confirmed by the Liberian Senate and nominated, subject confirmed by the Liberian Senate, and she has been officially appointed and taking over her position in the country as superintendent. With the exception that all the other appointments being made are being contested. There are serious issues with those appointments, and the Senate Pro Tem as of yesterday officially wrote the president that the Senate had declined and follow placing these nominees before for government before the body because the nominees, those nominators, had not been able to reflect the general public interest of the country, and this means that the Senate would not do business with the people who were previously appointed after the superintendent was appointed. So this has come now breeding disenchantment in the country. A number of people who think they have been in the bandwagon or unity party over time think they've been disrespected by the Senate decision, while other people think that former Representative Ben Fofana, who is the vice chair for intergovernmental affairs in the unity party, is the one who probably secret or accused of single-handedly money the appointment of all the other local officials, leaving out the other stakeholders. So this accordingly returned to status quo ante, and now there might be new needs and nominating if it go as planned that is going. Those nominees that were previously nominated, some of them might not resurface in the latest
In
nomination.
the third batch of appointment, because so are you saying that names that spark up first that were not on the e-mansion might resurface?
Yes, names that are on the e-mansion that were done on the e-mansion accordingly are being contested, and that's why the Senate are reaching the president to tell the president that due to disenchantment from the county, and we cannot put these people forth for confirmation.
Okay. But the names appear on e-mansion.
Yeah, but the responsibility of the president is to appoint.
Okay, and the Senate
is to confirm. So if the Senate does not confirm, it means it's not involved. So in this instant, the president could either choose to say those people who were nominated, and he still wants them to say he could re-nominate them in their respective position to serve acting and to act in their positions.
So uh-huh.
But if they have to be confirmed, it means they will not consider the list as confirmation because the Senate pro tem has added that due to the list of the people not being able to reflect the general interest of the people in the country, it means that they have to decline putting these people for confirmation because according to the Senate standing rules and according to the local appointment, internal affairs appointment for the county must meet the acquiescence of the two senators. But in the list of people appointed, the two senators are declined and starting with those who were appointed. So if the two senators are declined, it means that the Senate could not do any further business in putting these people forward for confirmation. It means if they are not confirmed, it means they cannot be officially appointed to serve the county.
So can you give us for the benefit of the audience? Can you tell us some of those positions?
There were several persons appointed to this position. Take for example, the positions of county inspector that is now called county administrative officer, and the position of county financial officer, who is the assistant superintendent of fiscal affairs, and the county assistant superintendent of development, we also call the county financial officer now in the local.
What about the mayor position?
The same mayor as well. One Banana Sibo being nominated by the president.
He's also being rejected
So
by
all these positions are being rejected. I'm told a total of 19 positions are being rejected by the Senate. That this position does not reflect the general interest of the people in the county.
Wow. Okay. Yes. So thanks. So how is Cat City when you get money? It's called Cat City, and you get money now that Kakata.
Money is Cat City. I'm told that with immediate effect, with the county health officer,
Yeah.
Dr. Sialin Jackson, have been recalled. She was recalled some weeks ago over an allegation of alleged mismanagement for which the Ministry of Health said they were investigating.
Okay.
As of yesterday, we were told that she has been replaced with immediate effect.
Replaced?
There's a new county health officer who is expected to take over the county. So in less than 3 years, McGivy had the swift change of county health officers and in the wake of corruption, allegation, and other things. So we probably await what will be the
replaced by whom?
It been replaced according to by one Dr. Kroma. We have not had a strong acquaintance with who he is.
Okay.
But we've been told that one Dr. Kroma is coming now to replace the outgoing the record county health officer. And so you also have the issue of the corruption allegation with the county health team that have been on, and those issues have been debated and been taken to the court, and the court should have started to hear the case. But I'm told that they also sought the transfer, the change of venue of the case to Banga. So most likely they will be tried in Bon County. I'm told that the prosecutor fear that if those people accused of the county health team or stealing money, if they are tried here, there might be public sympathy about them. So they try to transfer the case to Bon County where they will undergo trial for stealing, according to allegedly more than 160,000 of UC donor money that was intended for healthcare in the country.
Okay, Mr. Dickler, it was wonderful having you on State of the Nation this afternoon.
All the best. I hope your weekend is great. Maybe you going to sending by or what?
You said sending by?
You going on the road? rooftop. At the rooftop.
I'll think about it. I will think about it. Tell you. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's now join Jacob Kimmel there in Bond County. How are you doing, Chief?
Good. Thank you so much, and thanks to the Truth Heaven family for the opportunity this afternoon to join me from Bone County.
It's been a long time, man. Where you
Yeah,
been?
yeah, it's been good. Once we have life amid the economic constraint, we are making sure to see how best life can move on. So
Oh,
things are good.
you know, bring economic constraint. Yeah, my people. When the journalists now start complaining, and I know what we carry. Anyway, tell us what popping up in Bond County.
Yes, Bone County is relatively good. Like I said, the only prevailing situation now on ground is the issue of the national convention. There is an ongoing national convention. It is being organized by the National PTA Network of Liberia. That commenced on yesterday, and it is the first national convention from the perspective of the PTA network in Liberia. And this particular convention is being held under the theme Quality Education, Better Nation. It commenced on yesterday, and it is intended to be held or conducted for 3 days.
Okay, so who are all those in attendance?
Yes, for the convention, it brought into attendance participants from 10 of Liberia's 15 counties. It is about, those duty bearers from the perspective of the PTAs in Liberia. According to them, over the years, I managed to have talked to the coordinator, the national coordinator for the PTA network in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, his name is Mr. Michael A. Karen. He managed to tell us that the convention is basically about designing measures to strengthen the workings of the association as means of bettering education in the country. Because he said over the years, the national PTA has been dormant in terms of their duties on ground, that most of the chairmen in the different schools have been handpicked by school administrators. So the best way education can move forward is to make sure that they can be able to institute policies that can be able to better the lives of various institutions, especially in the remote parts of the country. So they managed to have organized these people from 10 of the counties, though he wasn't specific about the name of those counties, but he told us that it is intended to see how best they can institute measures. And then in this convention, he also made it clear that there will be election.
Okay.
Election will be conducted for strategic positions that will make the PTA more effective in terms of discharging their different activities across the country.
Okay, so fast forward, we have to conclude on this interview. What's happening in Bond County? I mean, lawmakers implementing their 100 days deliverables, and because I mean we know that the Unity Party 100 days deliverables, 100 days have come to an end a few weeks ago, and whether other people who made plans, I mean lawmakers who made plans, made so many promises, are they implementing, or it's too early?
Yes, basically, from the perspective of implementation of promises made, according to some lawmakers, we managed to have talked to them. Some of them, they are like saying, when it comes to the implementation of their different policies, the hindrance has been, the budget, the issue of the budget not being passed and, not being dispersed to the different areas. So as such now, some of those things that they earmarked, the only way they will be able to effectively implement them is to see that they can be able to, have a share of the national budget and so forth. So some of them, they have been striving, they have been like trying to make sure that some of their promises they made to their different, constituent, let me just say their constituents,
Okay.
they have been managing to see how best they can be able to at least keep the citizens on the alert that they are subject to implementing whatsoever they continue to say to them.
Okay.
And quickly before maybe before I can drop the line, of recent Bond County inducted or superintendent into office. That was a very colorful event from the perspective of the
Did the caucus attend?
and
Did the
yeah,
caucus attend? Members from the caucus?
many members of the caucus, but those who did not attend the occasion was representative of District Number 5, Eugene Cully, was in present at the occasion. And then we also, experienced that Bond County District 3 lawmaker who recently, resigned from the caucus. I'm talking about Representative Josiah Marvin Cole. He was not also present. But what we noticed was this is the first of its kind in Bone County's history when it comes to, superintendent receiving such reception. During the induction ceremony, it was a colorful one. They had so many people from across different counties. You won't imagine the presence of Fraud Toma, who is, the focus person for this JEP, the Jungle Energy Power. Also graced the occasion, enormous score of hierarchies, from different areas. Even the superintendent from Nima County was present at the occasion.
All right, Jacob Kemo. It was wonderful having you on this afternoon. Let's catch up next week.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure always to be on State of the Nation.
All right, that's Jacob Kemo there in Bone County. That's our analyst there in Bone County. Thanks to Emmanuel Declan and Jacob Kemo. And speedy recovery for Richard Williams of Bowman County. Melody Rebels, how you doing? All right, so we will hold. Yes, we're going to. Mommy, why you put me off? This boy, I swear. Yeah. All right, so we go strictly now to Studio B. Yes. How you doing? Hello? You getting me? You got disconnected and what? I'm sorry. I'm recording myself. I'm sorry. Yeah, so how you doing? Yes, so we actually do not have enough time. That's why I will not take calls. But you can say a lot in 5 minutes, uninterrupted. Tell me what had brought you here. I mean, you just call your name and tell us why you're here for. I mean, you're there with your colleague, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm Claudius Kibi there, and I'm the head for the Concerned Motorcyclists and Tricyclists Advocacy Movement. So, I want to say thanks for the invite, and I'm also here with my operation man, Jeff.
Yeah.
So Jeff, operation man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the operation today is so fast. We do not have enough time, but I promise him and I have to do this. So tell us, why are you guys here? Wait, 5 minutes for the two of you. And we got a bonus of time for you next week.
Oh,
I know you people have been feeling disenchanted about a lot of things going on. You got a boy helmet, you got a registered. I mean, from one problem, no go zone and everything. Anyway, like we will get better. But what really brought you here this afternoon?
yeah. Thank you very much for affording me this opportunity. Again, I'm Jefferson Johnson. I'm the operation for the Concerned Motorcyclists and Tricycle Movement, Advocacy Movement of Liberia.
Okay,
Actually,
let me begin with your boss. Yeah, so let me begin with your boss.
Okay,
Claudia,
so
tell me why
thanks
you
thanks
guys are
for the
here.
invite, Sis Magdalene. Though the time is limited, we got so many things on our mind, and thanks again for another opportunity next week. We hope to be here next week to better elaborate.
Uh-huh.
So we got a series of issues that we'll just highlight, and then we conclude next week. That's having to be about the no-go zone that is presently is affecting motorcyclists and tricyclists. And keke men and tricyclists, as we always say, they have been buying by all rules and regulations coming from government when it comes to them having driver license or registering a keke or insuring the keke and what have you. And now you have keke riders in Liberia that pay approximately like $240 to $50 to government revenue directly. But we are seeing today that this issue of the no-go zone is seriously affecting the keke riders by restricting them from applying those streets that they normally use or they used to. While it's true that keke riders do not apply from Elevate Junction to town, which have been a normal issue which is accepted by everyone, but at least giving them an opportunity to ride on Elevate Junction, but to use the way of the Boulevard Junction to get on the different freeway. I think it should be something that the government and the security need to look into because this is causing series of problems for so many tricyclists that even losing a job. And most of the bags you see them in, they are using the bag for work and pay out of a company or from individual. And look at the insurance too coming for motorcyclists. You cannot tell a motorcyclist to go and insure his back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the insurance company is giving the man like third party insurance where they hold no liability in underwriting any cause or anything that happened to him or near his back, but also taking 25% of the third party. I mean, we see it as a big service and see it also as a means of exploiting us, and we receive no benefit directly from the insurance. So we care to know how the police or the government came up with the conclusion that motorbikes should be insured. While it is true that it makes sense that motorbikes should be insured, but we are looking at the factors that are surrounded by motorbikes being insured, while the benefits are attached to motorcycles when you insure your bike. Because we get our bike get missing on a day-to-day basis, criminals steal our bags. It says that the insurance company will take responsibility when your bag get missing? Will they take responsibility if you get involved in an accident and your bag spoil? Or will they come to your aid when you get involved in a serious injury? Or will this insurance company also be able to give you benefits without you getting involved into accident or your bag getting missing? So you cannot get a person paying a 150, 120, 130, whatever the amount is, hundred
Okay.
dollars, and having different insurance company and not getting a fixed price for the third party insurance that they
All
claim to
right.
be giving the
So let,
motorcyclists,
let me
and a
let
lot more.
uh-huh. So let me hear from your operations director.
okay. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, chief.
I'm going to speak on the issue of the helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, and see the helmet goes. The government, we were the first to start on the issue of helmet, recommending to the government that if there should be no go zone, there should be go zone. Because we're looking at Liberia does not have the alternative route in our country. So we recommend the government that The issue of helmet that motorcycle going from ERA junction to go straight in time, you have your safety gear. But then the government decide to react on what was recommending. The
So are
NMA,
you happy about that?
no, I'm not very happy
Oh,
because
you were advocating, but now
yeah, why me are not happy to that and says Marley. I want to address that on the helmet issue. We were recommending on the issue of the rider should have helmet. But you look at it and say, or passion or the passenger should use helmet, one helmet. That is a health issue because the health issue here
okay,
is in lot of disease or
okay.
bacteria can't you sweat. And then you are telling us
So
you
you
know
want for all the wow, who him be passing away on now?
because
Eh?
moreover they will say they
Uh-huh.
can say they want to compare Liberia with other countries like Ghana, like Italy. But those countries got system, they got measures that they put into place, they got alternative route. And then when you look at the helmet issue, government need to subsidize in the EE or helmet. Go, mind you, if I give you helmet
Mm-hmm.
and then choose sweat, you know how many person will use that helmet on a daily basis? Take for instance, if I'm making a $2,000 to $3,000. And I charging each person to pay $100 or 200. You know how many person sit on that motorbike to use one helmet? So we say it's a health hazard. That is very theoretical to our citizens, most of
Okay.
our passengers. So we are saying that the government want for our passenger to use helmet, it is subsidize the importers of the helmet. Now helmet prices are going to $35.
So why I can make business? I mean, buy him and be selling.
How do we get it?
How? Ain't that money?
I know, of course, I'm money, but and say, money, no economic constitution.
Hey, I gotta make a stream.
Yeah, many of us are riding motorbike. We're not married. The bike is not ours.
Okay.
Yeah, we ride motorbike. People purchase the motorbike. We do work and pay.
All right. So y'all be my y'all add up to our panelists this afternoon. So you just leave the seat and you sit so the other man remain in his seat. We'll have another person coming in. We're about to discuss business. So we will try to phantom you in our our
Okay,
discussion this afternoon.
thank you for that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just take
my
over there.
understanding
We
issue is
have the
that
CEO
business.
of True Liberia, Mr. Prince Saba, who's our panelist. You should take him from the US. He's here today. And I mean, we also have going to have very Salif is also this one. Yeah, very Salif is also on. Yes, we're going to be discussing business. But listen to this one. No, the sound is terrible.
Okay, it's not on.
Morning, Adjalati Party for market. So I said for market, I said use clothes and use shop. So how is business? Yeah, gradually business is doing well. It depends how to talk about because now no buying.
Increase it.
So I put on one camera and see when they talk to them for money.
So
And if they are not interested, but nobody is not ready for it. But it's quick. So sometimes, but it's quick. It's session. And that's quick about the clothes.
Very Salif, are you getting the audio?
It's very faint.
Okay, we're trying to work on it. Yeah,
Thank you.
we're trying to work on it. Can we increase it?
So they are kind of a little bit seller more than buyer also. Like everybody trying to just focus on only the buyers in the surrounding area. You're not really massive. My name is Alfred. This is our business, Tenera Flourishing Partner. Yeah, and we are located at rural market. Yeah, like started a business. Since we started a business, business are there a little bit food. Yeah, but like for me, I don't normally depend on only the buyers around here because I noticed like if you're doing kind of a business like this, you just focus on only the buyers in the surrounding area, not really maximize the kind of profit. So I decided to have my mission line where every time I post, people can come from distance, a lot of places to come back. Yeah, sometimes do delivery, but I add these to it. So it's still on the bio. Then trying to connect with other places to see how they can get, stuff like that. But yeah, not yet. But some of them, like, usually is very hard, stuff like that. Like, had a discussion with Access Bank, like, usually kind of like for 7 months, when they're not the same interest, and for each month, they on a monthly basis. So, kind of a little bit high and stuff like that. So, yeah, even though we are trying to solicit some loan and stuff like that, or based on the interest and stuff like that, it's kind of a little difficult. But central bank sometimes talk about loan issue. Or when they, have that discussion about loan issue and stuff like that, when you come and put interest in it, those who they know, those are the people that can deliver for you. But that's how I feel. Yeah, I've tried on one or two occasions.
All right. So, my people, you're welcome. Yes. Very sorry.
Yep.
Okay. So I got you right there. Mr. Saba. Okay. Mr. Saba. Okay. Very good. Um. How you call it? Claudia. Remove this something. Okay. All right. So we talk with a lot of owners of small medium businesses today, but we can just play all because of time. But they were all talking about challenges that they are going through. I think you just listened to the other men talking about the interest rate. Some of them talk about electricity. Some of them they express. Some of them talk about slow buying. Some people say no money in the country. I know I'll go find the money out. Yeah, somebody said no money in the country. So I mean, and yes, and others say, I mean, things are just different now, and they don't expect too much because this government has just taken over. It's just 4 months, and they will keep looking up to see whether there's going to be um changes. Yes, because Ambassador Boyka promised them. I mean, subsequently to all of our listeners, you're going to to get I mean what all they say. But for now, let's go strictly into our discussion for today, and we're going to be focusing on. Very Sally?
Yep, I'm here.
Mr. Sabaya is still with us today.
Yep, I see the man. I
They
didn't
maintain the library, they may not adjust. I mean, he has adjusted himself to the no current come off just like Christmas now. It goes off, it dance around, come again, and yes, but I think we are in library, we having fun time here. Oh. You ain't coming?
I come in. Don't finish all the people and burning down there.
No, they are here. I mean, you listen to the woman, the woman say, even the fish in the water say hiding and say, I know what going on, my people.
It's
Very Sally.
Yep.
Yeah. She said even the people go catch fish on the to go on the water to go catch fish. I mean, they don't really get what they want. I don't know what's causing that too. I know the new government. Oh my God. So here we are. We have a recently our panelists, and we have also the CEO of True Liberia, Mr. Prince Sakwa is here. We have Claudia. Claudia is the chairperson of the Concerned Motorcyclists. They're expressing dissatisfaction on certain issues. And we also have an operation man. So we're going to do this together. We ain't going to be talking about your motorbike business, but we are going to be discussing business in general. So that when I interest you, you will talk about it, right? Okay, Claudia and Jeff, it's good to have you on. Is it Jeff? Okay, yes, I got it. All right, Chief. So here we are. We are going to be discussing the business climate, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it friendly? Do we have a friendly environment? Yes. Do we have friendly environment, and talking about the challenges, talking about promoting, healthy business environment in Liberia, and also talking about sustainable growth and development. So these are all things that we're going to be talking about today. Rest assured, we have 90 minutes after 4, enough time we can take like okay, so it's 20 minutes now, so we can take the next 25 minutes to push points, and then we take calls for at least 10 minutes, and then we close up before 4:55, 4:58 we should be closing up on the business show this afternoon. So if you are watching, listening, following as well from using the audio mark, this is Truth FM 96.1. This platform is State of the Nation, and we are discussing business. We have been doing this for almost 2 years. We'll be having our anniversary very soon, and all of our panelists need to come from the US to come for the anniversary, and that includes Very Salif as well. So yes, so I turn it over, Mr. Salif. Very Salif is a co-host today, and Mr. Sapa is our special guest.
Thank you, Madeline. It's considering Liberia as an environment. I mean, businesses are really struggling, very, very much struggling, and we cannot build an economy. We cannot build a thriving economy without the private sector participation. Everything cannot be public sector driven. We need private public sector collaboration to be able to build a thriving economy. And in Liberia, the model is kind of completely different. And so we want to consider today, do you think Liberia is business friendly or non-business friendly? every other country in the world. I mean, maybe not say in the world, in Africa, not even the whole Africa, just West Africa. Every day, what the governments are doing are trying to create a business-friendly environment to be able to woo in investors and also to help local content, to promote local content, because foreign investors are coming to take away from their country. Local contents are what built the country. So if we don't pay attention to local content and we only concentrate on foreign investment, then the economy is going to be one-sided. It's going to have some serious problems in terms of growth and sustainable development. So that's what we want to look at today. We want to know, what's your take? Do you think Liberia promotes a healthy business environment? Do you think the Liberian business environment is friendly to all? That's why I have my own take on it, but I want to start with Mr. Sapa, another guest on the show. Let me hear what you think. Mr. Sapa?
Okay. Okay, sir.
You are muted, Mr. Sapa. You are muted.
You're not getting him?
No, he's muted. It's showing right there. Guest
Okay.
muted.
I'm working on it right now. Just a second.
So while Magdalene work on that, we have to understand that building the Liberia that we all deserve for the prosperity of our country, the prosperity of our citizens, the government has to do more, especially to encourage local participation in our economy. Yeah, Mr. Sapa,
yeah.
the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Reverend Salif, and thank you, Madeline, for inviting me. I'm in person today because I'm in Liberia, and for the last two times I appear on the show while in Liberia, the power went off right in the middle of the show. So right as I was walking out of the office coming, we also had a power went off, and I was like, no, today I'm going into the studio. So you're not going to have me sweating here while I'm on the show. So
Anyway, we hope that we'll go through. It will not be like at your office or at your house.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is a very important conversation, especially with. I was just out on the field yesterday visiting a couple of businesses on behalf of True Liberia. I visited Mama Point Hotel, met the manager and the owner. Visited Summer Beach. They are doing some renovations out there. After lunch, and I was tired, so I had my team go continue on the journey, and they visited a couple of other businesses, including the Royal Grand Hotel. What we're trying to understand on the South through Liberia, and for those who don't know, we are a digital platform promoting businesses online, and we have over 50,000 people following. We're now trying to understand from the business owners what is it that the challenges they are facing, how is the business climate, and most of them. One thing I saw is that they were hopeful. For the last few years, they had problem with the business climate in Liberia, due to the coronavirus, but also due to past administration and some things that were not in place, which I will not mention specific business owner, but they are hopeful now and they are looking forward to where they can go from here. And through discussing them, I'm even hoping to come up with a series on True Liberia, video series, talking to CEOs, talking to business owners, talking to managers to get more insight on what they how is the business climate and what they can expect in return. Because what they were telling me is, I found it very important that I want more people out there to know also.
But is it friendly? What are they saying?
The business climate for Liberia has not been friendly.
Because of lack of electricity or what? Poor customer service or?
Electricity played one key role. I share in on the last the last show that electricity, the cost of electricity that businesses are having to take on, those costs are very high.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes away most of their profit, even out of their profit for some businesses, and they are fighting to keep the lights on and at the same time trying to pay their employees. And these are Liberians that are working there. When you I did a video there which I'm going to post later this week on True Liberia. You see Liberians working over these various businesses because these are entertainment spots where they are expecting people coming from not just within the country but outside the country coming to have a good time. Where we are talking about tourism, we are encouraging people to come to Liberia. So Liberians are in at these various places, cleaning up, preparing these places. They are hopeful too, you know. And so, but the business climate has not been good in general in the last few years, and going back. And so they are hopeful. That's one thing that really got my
Okay,
spirit
phone
up,
call.
is that they are hopeful for the years to come, and especially that the new government arrest plan, where they
Mm-hmm.
are also talking at the end of it, they're talking about tourism, but
Okay.
they're also talking about electricity and other things in there. That giving people hope, and I hope that the government too will not just take this as, hey, yeah, this is a plan we have, and just keep it as a plan, but to push it so that when we getting more people coming into the country for tourism,
Mm-hmm.
we also have a stable electricity, mostly in the capital. For most countries' capitals, you have a stable electricity because that's the first impression that people have. I share also that on the last show that coming from the airport to where I was going in Carwell
Mm-hmm.
was very scary. The entire Connonsville up to Carwell was totally dark, and I was thinking to myself, why is somebody attack us on the
Oh
middle
my
of this road?
God. It
No
was.
light, nowhere you can see, and light is security. For any
Yes.
country, light
Mm-hmm.
is security. When you have security, you have people feel safe. I
Like,
don't,
yeah.
even for my office now, I'm the only person put light bulb out. I'm paying extra money, I know that, but I want to make sure that the house, not just the inside, but the outside is also bright,
Okay.
and that can give me and make me feel secure.
Okay.
So and these are the things we've been going through, and I hope
Thank
for
God
the
you
best.
hear the. Thank God you hear it to experience it. I know the
Absolutely.
heat can get you hotter.
Don't
Thank
touch
God it
it.
get you hotter. So y'all know what we going through here. Very recently, I hope you can't the heat can get you hotter. When you say that you enjoy the AC, the light will just go wham. And then it's in Barnesville is I mean it's so sick.
I keeping some of the heat for you, Reverend Sally. Come
Okay.
enjoy the heat.
All right, so let me hear from Claudia. You want to hear from them too, right? Let's
Sure.
hear from Claudia. He's tell us about the business climate. How do you see business in Liberia? Is it the environment friendly?
Oh, well, I want to say, am I clear?
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so I want to say thanks to you, Sis Madeline, for this opportunity, and I'm so glad to be seated on a platform of such.
Okay.
So I want to begin by saying that the business community is a very struggling one in Liberia.
Okay.
Like what the senior brother said regarding the issue has to do
He's
with
Mr. Sakba.
Mr. Sakba. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so what Mr. Sakba said regarding the issue has to do with energy power
Mm-hmm.
is a major challenge in Liberia. And I spoke with an Indian guy before, and he said to me, the reason many of you Liberians will be unpaid in many of these business areas that you people work and so forth is because of the lack of energy power in your country.
Hmm.
Because it's very much costly for those that run the hotels, around those areas where they have the news machines
Mm-hmm.
to fuel those machines or gas the machine on a daily basis. Like you have some machine like take for Truth FM. If you running this area on the machine, and you run to 24-hour, it tells you how
You
many
don't want to
gallons
know the amount of
you
gasoline
know.
or fuel we
They
use.
have said, and what I got from here, it makes sense is that
Mm-hmm.
most of this money has all been preserved to be added out to salary or for other issues. Bulk of it go beyond gasolines and fuels.
Yeah.
So power is a serious problem in Liberia.
Yes.
Okay.
And if our government, this UB-led government, can prioritize in making sure our energy power is at least not sustainable, but at least it can be at a point where business people can be able to do their businesses and realize something, then we understand, yes, indeed, Liberia is trying to get on the path.
Okay.
Then we also look at those that do not use fuel,
Mm-hmm.
like those that found ourselves in the market,
Mm-hmm.
our parents go red light, douala, produce that little okra, billabong, cassava, bring it to the various areas to sell. You understand that the prices of these things nowadays have increased due to rural connectivity being lacking and
Mm-hmm.
people getting their produce from the villages and the town to bring it to the city is a bit difficult. And so I don't want to say the business community is friendly. It is very much thriving. People are very struggling seriously to survive in Liberia when it comes
Okay.
to
Let
business.
me hear from Jeff before we go back to Marion. Jeff, how you see the whole thing? You already started blasting. Yeah.
Yeah, Liberia, I want to say million firstly to appreciate you for affording me the opportunity to be on the platform,
Okay, boss.
such a unique platform. Hi, Mr. Sally,
Yes.
and also our colleagues are with us,
Mr. Sapa.
Mr. Saba.
Mr. Sakwaya, help Kuli Daniel.
Yeah.
All right.
When it comes to the
No.
issue that we are discussing in
Yeah.
Liberia is very, very much challenging because
Hmm.
Liberia, I don't even know how to describe about Liberia. Liberia is about full war country
Huh?
where, but small we are being opportune to travel other countries
Mm-hmm.
and see how their power system work there.
Hmm.
The issue of Cote d'Ivoire. In every villages of Cote d'Ivoire, it are occurring there. So Liberia have been seriously challenged with the issue of current system in Liberia. So coming into the country to establish business, you have to be very, very strong. And then also we are urging our government that you see to it the issue not just coming to get me throwing the show and
Yeah.
making the public know,
Enforcement
oh,
too.
we'll do this, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. But a couple of years, how we have been experiencing government will come and say,
Uh-huh.
landlord talks to the citizens, say, oh yeah, you let me, you do this one. But when they come with passion, so when they come and get me that, when they sit there, money can it will be recommending the other company like to see the welfare of the citizens as they inscribed in Article 8 of the Liberal Constitution.
Okay.
We won't do that, but they will always sit and eat money. It's in Liberia now, the you guys are there coming from the diaspora. For about we are getting used to it now. Current count or income,
We live in.
yeah, we live. We are 13 traders. For me, I came on the motorcycle angle, but we are seriously challenged with
Okay.
the issue of current system in Liberia.
All right.
So when you look now 2, 3 days, we will not get current. So for our mothers and our sisters that are selling billboard up there, they find serious challenges on
Mm-hmm.
the issue of selling a paper already. There just a couple of days you heard that Westbrook went up.
Okay.
And then those that will buy rest for $20. We stay importing rest.
Okay.
It's a huge challenge that we feel no good, no well connectivities in Liberia.
So let's
So
listen to, yeah, thank you, Jeff. Wonderful points, and I really appreciate. So let's listen to what our your are you hearing them?
Mhm.
Okay.
Are you playing something, Magdalene?
Yeah.
They set up a minute in the Bible. So,
They bought a selling plastic, even saying plastic for people to buy
Yes.
plastic or plastic. Oh. Plastic, what be 10
this
healthy.
Madeline, people even walk into the market these days with plastic. So
Thank you.
people walk to the
And
market
not
with plastic with bags.
and
So
not too many people going to the market. Like I
mhm.
met a guy who has a boutique. It's a boutique, but he sells a lot of different women things. He I mean, he started in China, coming back to Liberia. He said, "Job is not going to be waiting for me. So let me start to do something." He's selling, but now the lack of electricity is creating another problem for his business because the heat will make these things he take from China and bring them. They will start to peel off. So you see,
Yeah.
electricity, very,
Thank
very.
you.
That will give you uninterrupted 3 minutes to to weigh in, and then we take Mr. Prince and take calls. Let's interact with our guests, our callers as well, the public.
Thank you, Madeline.
Uninterrupted 3 minutes.
Thank you, Madeline. Honestly, I think the Liberian environment
I'm
is
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we're getting you now.
all right. You hearing me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right, good. Thank you. I think the Liberian business environment, the climate in Liberia is very hostile, is very unfriendly to Liberian businesses, indigenous Liberian businesses. The Liberian business climate is more friendly with foreigners than with Liberians. And I just shared an article with you, Madeline, on your WhatsApp about, an article published as far back as March 15, 1973 by the New York Times. All the way 1973, people have already started complaining about the adversarial treatment of Liberian businesses, Liberian-owned businesses by Liberian government, and while favoring Lebanese businesses. And you see that President Top, or even in 1971, he also weighed in on that it's not like we're trying to drive Lebanese away, but we want Liberians to also be partakers in their own economy. There's no country around the world that is built by foreigners. Countries are built by the citizens of those countries. Foreigners come to your country, they come to take away. They don't come to establish. Lebanese been in Liberia rack of ages. What have they done for Liberia? All they had done is use Liberia as a conduit to take money from Liberia, US dollar, raw US dollar from Liberia, and go build Lebanon. Go and look at Lebanon and look at Liberia. A Liberian business that wants to, a Liberian business finds it very hard to survive in a Liberian business climate than a foreign person. I mean, a Lebanese can just get on a plane with only the clothes on his backs and come to Liberia, and the Liberian government will be ready. Once they see that pale looking, I'm sorry for the expression, but I'm so angry. Once they see
Yeah.
that pale looking man that is not even white, in America, we call them brown. In Liberia, I think there's white men. Those dusty people, they come from their country. The Liberian
No,
officers,
very, very, very.
Very.
no, true. The
No, very
Liberian,
gonna take it easy. Oh.
yeah, no, I'm
He said,
angry. The
God made
Liberian,
man in his own image. All men, we are one.
yes,
I mean,
Yeah.
the Liberian
just
people, the Liberian government is ready to open their arms and give them anything that they need to do anything in our country.
Sure.
But your very Liberian go to those same offices, they will make sure they put all kinds of challenges before you that you can't do anything. So it is very adversarial to Liberia that we own the country and we don't own the economy. Who runs the Liberia economy? Liberia can never be stable as a country, security-wise, economic-wise, government-wise, and any otherwise, as long as the economy is in the hands of foreigners. Foreigners drive our economy. Liberians got nothing to do in their own economy. We are just like spectators in our own country. And that is wrong. So if we must promote a healthy business environment, healthy business climate, the government of Liberia must first fight corruption because all these things are corruption is at the head of everything. Number two, Liberian government has to be willing to break the monopoly on certain major products like rice and gasoline. Look at the foolishness that's happening right now with the GMB administration. agriculture. Why should the staple diet of Liberia, rice, be imported by one person, be imported, break the economy? Why? Because competition promotes quality and it reduces price. Where you got many people that can, if everybody in Liberia has license to import rice, I am telling you, rice price will go down to the bare minimum and we will have the best quality of rice. Why? Because everybody will be fighting for a market share in the economy. Everybody will be fighting to have the customer base. So, but you have only one person importing a staple diet. You have one person importing gasoline. You have one person doing everything. And the reason behind this is corruption, because those people in the government offices, they get $1 or $2 on every bag of rice that they sold. So there's a contract they enter with those liberties. So that's why the elaborate business environment is very toxic. Number three, to be able to promote a healthy, thriving business environment in Liberia, the government has to be willing to promote local content, allow local participation in the Liberian business environment, or else we will just be all the way 1973. The people been complaining up to now, nothing has changed. We want a Liberian as a Liberian economy. Number four, we have to be able to provide efficient energy source, which you people have been talking about. Everything is driven by energy. If we don't have efficient energy, so the local businesses will struggle. And number five, I would say the government has to be able to regulate prices. I know of a friend who had a construction company in Liberia. He's a Liberian with a construction company. He could never get any contract from Liberian government under early administration unless he had to use a Lebanese as a front. So he took a Lebanese and put it in front of his own Liberian business before he can get any contract from government. Under early administration, the Liberian National Police gave a contract to a Liberian businessman to bring in police hardware. What did they do? After they gave him, he spent his money, ordered those things from the US. The police director at the time, what's her name? I forgot, turned around and awarded that contract to a Lebanese. We had to be on radio blasting before they had to take that contract from the Lebanese. So a Lebanese can walk in, an Indian can walk in. What Liberians cannot do in Lebanon, what Liberians cannot do in India, what Liberians cannot do in Ghana, what Liberians cannot do even in Africa. Foreigners can just come to Liberia and do anything. Why? Because the foreigner is coming to make profit. So he's ready to bribe everybody in the offices to get all his documents and his licenses. As a Liberian, I'm not going to be willing to do all those bribery because I believe it's my country.
Yeah.
It's my right. And because of that, they will just keep telling you, oh, the busmen are here. Oh, just to register our church in Liberia. I know how many months it took me walking back and forth to foreign ministry because I would not pay the bribe. They wanted me to pay. But these other guys, they don't care. Under George Weah administration, the company that George Weah brought to handle Grand Crew at the RIA, that company was never in existence. He brought that company from one Arab country, I forgot. The same day they registered those guys, they gave them license. How much did they have? $10,000. That's all they had to come and handle the Liberian National Airport Authority Grand Crew. They would not allow Liberians to do anything. So the business climate is very hostile. You will see so many bottleneck. If you're trying to do anything as a Liberian, there is no encouragement. Lebanese can come and they're ready to give them loans. They're ready to do things for them. So it is very hostile to Liberians, and we have to change that culture, or else our country and our economy will still be where it is, because it is Liberians that will build Liberia, not foreigners.
Okay, wonderful points, very Salif. So the article you sent to me, I want to take the next at least 2 minutes before we can take calls. We got 50 more minutes on the show this afternoon.
Let me read the last two paragraphs.
If I could come in a little bit, because I had an experience. I agree with Reverend Sally on some parts about Liberians. The economy, the business climate is not friendly to Liberians. And I just had an experience recently. I would not say the part I don't agree is, where it sounds like he's blaming the Lebanese or the Indians or foreigners that are coming to do business.
No, I'm blaming the government.
Because it's our own people that are making this environment unfriendly for us.
Mm.
My experience most recently at the Liberian Business Registry, it,
Mm-hmm.
it, it nearly took tears from my eyes. I went to register my company as a corporation, Terra Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
I've, I own the domain name. I own the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. I own even the trademark to it. When I went and paid all the money, the data receipt, everything, the where they were supposed to check, their own fault that they didn't check. They said that somebody registered 3 years ago. What the person registered according to them with on the apostrophe, that should be different name
Okay.
once there is another character in there. But what really got me was that they didn't check, and then the fault was on them, and it made me to feel like I was guilty of doing something wrong. Nobody would stand to talk to me, but I know it was going to be different if I was different. So we Liberians, and it was just those people, another Liberians treating a Liberian person different, like they
Like
were
you're a
nothing.
stranger. Yeah.
And so they made a mistake. I'm trying to talk to them about, guys, can we just talk? These people, and one thing they said was, the other lady who's the supervisor there said they think the business has been registered by white people.
Mm.
And I said, but how long? It's been 3 years.
Mm.
And I was trying to explain to her that if it, at least just let's just talk. That's okay. Forget about who registered. It could have been registered by another Liberian. And you guys say you have a policy here when someone already registered that you cannot. But the fact that they didn't want to even talk to me as if I made an error. I had to look for another money to pay for another registration. So the issue here is Liberians treating fellow Liberians like they are nothing.
Mm.
That's the issue here. I don't, and I already not want us to blame foreigners for
No,
what is happening. It's just
Mr.
Liberians don't respect Liberians.
Okay.
Liberians take Liberians like they are nothing. Let me tell you, some of our foreign friends look at it and they themselves say it to us like, you guys don't love each other. So
Mm-hmm.
they come and have there's an opportunity of investment in the great United States. Some all have businesses there.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't say, oh, because you are foreigner, you here and having business here. There are other countries, Ghana, Nigeria, and others that are foreigners having business. But the people gotta love each other first. And I hope that Liberians will love each other, just as others love each other and welcome people from different countries into their country.
Mr.
But we don't
Sapa,
love each other here and we take each other like we are nothing and nobody. I was standing there trying to plead, talk to somebody, and nobody wanted to give me the ears. I've wasted $125 US already paying for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Before
Sapa,
the procedure was before they took my money, they were supposed to check and make sure that the name was available. But
Mr.
then they took
Sapa,
the money, they are the registration now telling me I have to find another name for which different money. I pay
Okay.
another totally different money to do the registration.
Oh
But
my
the
God.
way they treated me, so that I say is the case of Liberians treating
Mm.
Liberians very bad. And
Mr.
we
Okay.
should not
Mr. Sapa,
complain or hold foreigners responsible. They are
Mr.
not
Sapa,
responsible for
Mr.
what's
Sapa,
happening in this country.
Jeff
Mr.
and
Sapa,
Claudia, I see
the
you're very
corner.
sad. You
Yeah.
feel you
So yeah,
no answer him at all.
yeah, let me say something quick. I beg you, this Madeline. I know
Mr.
we out of
Sapa,
time.
We
no,
out of time.
So
just
like
before you go,
Liberians treating Liberian
just
bad
before you
is true.
go, just
Let us not
Okay.
before,
go to government official, though they are the major problem for
Uh,
these things. But even in our communities, take for example, you see a Liberian man selling tea. Our very self is that there Liberian man say you look at a good tea seller we believe so much that like Jalos or said tea.
No. I mean, don't go there.
I just want to say something.
No, because Jalos are Liberians too. That's why
No,
when I want to interview people today, I interview even he's Mohammed Jalo.
Yeah.
I interview everybody.
Yes, let me say so now. We know many of them. I'm not talking about. I know they are Liberians, right?
But
if you see someone selling a Liberian man selling tea, having a t-shirt, let's take for example, there's a t-shirt on the AB Topper Road. If you see a man selling t-shirt, you find many Liberians going there. What they believe is that they feel that the most,
okay.
the person that sells tea at the best or attire at the best should be that guy from Mali or Guinea.
Okay,
Yes,
now
so
you're making a point. All right, yeah. So
the whole business.
I gotta hold you right there. We have to take course. We got 8 more
me-
minutes to go, and I gotta be very careful in handling the time here. So Jeff,
just
I can go back to you. I know you want to say something about how people are handling each other in the country. It's not strange. Sometimes we be so strange to each other. Yes, with disrespect. The issue of disrespect in Liberia is so common. People don't respect people. They want to see you in certain position before they can respect you. And that's, I mean, we are equally equal. We respect those who are in positions of power, but yet and still we are all Liberians. And those who are in positions of power, we put them there. We put them there. We stood in the sun.
Yeah.
We voted for them. We campaigned for them. I didn't campaign for anyone. I'm not a member of any political party. I'm only trying to put myself in your shoes. How you feel. So that is it. You have to respect them. They took up their time in the sun to vote you in. That's not the case right now. But the issue of disrespect in Liberia is so common, and it is something. Mr. Saba, I'm sorry for what you went through. That's the kind of country we find ourselves, and we have to change that culture. When we sit there promoting the issue of respect among the young people, we all have to respect each other.
Absolutely.
Mr. Jackson George will tell me, Magdalene, when I come to Liberia, I mean my short trousers.
Mhm.
People don't know who I am. I spent months to one of the biggest hotel in Sinko. And this people you interact with, they disrespect you, but when they see somebody of that kind of color, then they start to show respect. You don't know who I am. You don't know whether I'm a millionaire in a short trouser, not trying to show up, but because the issue of disrespect here, people want to see you at a certain point before they can start to show you respect. You're a graduate, you're a mayor. Let's take course right now.
just before
Let's take course right now because I'm very, very right now. The way you treated my panelists, I like it. Very sad. The way you okay?
Yeah, I've been
When you go back to him right now, that's going to be easy. He's going to fire. All right.
Am I muted?
Okay. Hello.
It's like you guys are not hearing
Yes, sir.
This is Mr. Lankay from Margibi County.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Magdalene, you got some really, really smart guys on your show.
Yes.
You always do.
Okay.
But everybody is right. This feeling here has been spread around the country. People dominate our economy, foreigners that is. They dominate our economy. You come to Boys Town, all the big stores, Lebanese people, the rock crushing thing, the mining, Chinese people, Lebanese people. I'm not a person who's against industry or having foreigners be in the country. Of course not. But they have not given Liberian people the means, the chance. And when it comes to where Liberians are disrespectful to each other, it's true. You have some decent people, that's true. But you have the vast majority that don't respect authority. They don't respect you for who you are. Jackson George is right. You see, how can we carry on like that when there is no door, for respect? Even if you go to buy food, you go at the restaurant, people just talk to you anyway. And they get your money. But I appreciate the people on your show, and God bless them. We hope. My question is, though, how do we turn this around? How do we make our governments to be accountable to the people? If anybody can answer that question, I'll be happy. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thanks for placing your call. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
Yeah, good afternoon, Magdalene, and so your panel is in studio and abroad. So my name is Harper B. Kier, and I call for the second. So, people only want to see you with maybe you getting down from a gym and with a three-piece coat suit before they can, give you courtesy that you deserve. But this is not right. And the brother just talked about the Lebanese and other people. They do not have regard. They only respect you when you are the minister and you in power and you come in there, then they give you respect. But while you let the dismiss you from that area, they got no respect for you. You come and tell you, boss man, it's not things not easy. So respect should be given to anybody.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
husband should respect the wife should respect the husband.
Keep the TF for the counseling to your church. We're talking business here. All right, 0777253819. You want to divert now. I mean, stick to the issue. Keep that one for the people that come and get married in your church. He's a minister of the gospel. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
I'm Timothy S. I'm or Jones.
Okay.
I want to commend your senior guests. What all they are saying is true. That we Liberians don't want to recognize Liberians to promote each other. And if we continue to live like this, our country is not going to move forward. I speak to that for example, Mano Plantation. During President, we had administration, they gave that place, when Senator David was leaving, they gave that place to one father, that only place where at the back of looking down here. They made me up to 10 to $14 million US every month. The salary of the workers and the whole body is less than 1 million. The worker was 2,885, but today the worker is less than 1,000. Yes, the people are complaining. So are you trying to tell me there was no Liberian activity that 500,000 or 3 Liberians all together to take over that plantation so that the dividends will come to Liberia? Now they may have all the horses around. They call web fish, 25,000 to the 5,000 US. From 1969, they're expanding that place. They managed to pay the non-refinery there.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Hello?
Thank you, Chief. Let me take the last caller. We are out of time. Golden Pope.
Thank you, MAGDALENE, for the recognition. I don't know the explanation individuals are giving. I don't know what happened under the administration because some of them were not specific to see whether it happened under the 10 president administration and whether it happened.
We're talking about governments here. We went as far back as 1973.
Let me say that for them to experience their self-capital experience, I don't think where we are now, such thing will happen. Let them keep on moving.
Mommy, I keep. All right, thank you. That United Party mayor. Yeah, you know.
I just wanted to let him know that it was 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
My experience at the business registry.
Okay. So and we are concluding now. I may not take parting comments from you guys. We are concluding now. Setting up for another major show coming up next. So Ravi Sally. Ravi?
Yeah, I've been trying to talk. I don't know. Did you guys mute me? You can't hear me.
I was taking calls.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
I mean,
we are concluding now. We are out of time. So
sure,
we are closing up now. Okay.
Yeah, let's conclude. I have another meeting too. Yeah, so everybody spoke well, but to Mr. Sakba's point, I did not accuse the Lebanese. I was accusing the Liberian government.
Of course.
That the Liberian government is more friendly to the Lebanese, to foreigners, than to Liberia. So I was not accusing Lebanese. I was not accusing foreigners. Liberian economy will only be built, the society will only be built by the Liberian citizens. It's not going to be built by foreigners. That's why since 1822 till now, our country is still where it is. We are still among the 10 poorest countries in the world because everything in Liberia is foreign driven. There's nothing. That's why we allow the war. The reason other countries can allow war because the people own everything in their country. If there is war, they will lose. We can accept anybody can bring gun and get rid of us. We'll fight because we don't own anything in the country. So we don't mind destroying anything. So we got more to do. Government should do.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravi Salib. See you next week Friday. Thanks for your contribution. It's highly appreciated and God bless you so much. Please give me your prayers, Ravi.
Thank you. I will.
Chief?
Yeah.
Mr. Sakba, 30 seconds. And for the other people, I will give the parting comments.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate Reverend. I was saying that we Liberians are the problems. Even those that are in government that are foreigners are also Liberians, and this is the problem. And I really want to encourage Liberians. Let's love each other.
Okay.
Love each other's, That's all. And that's how we will move this country forward. If somebody bring guns tomorrow because we love each other, we love our neighbors, we will not be able to accept those guns to destroy each other anymore. So love is all we need.
Okay.
And that's the same thing we keep pushing on our channel, on our platform through Liberia. We are trying to bring more people, attract more businesses in Liberia, promote more businesses in Liberia because we
Okay.
love this country and we love our people and want to make sure that these opportunities are right here in Liberia.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
Jeff and Claudia, it was wonderful having you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And yes,
Yes, I was.
Yeah,
That's the
same.
platform.
Yeah, then hearing about it, that seeing the problems you guys going through.
Yeah.
I think that,
I've been talking to